I cannot reach Holy Rell from here. I will need his sacred focus, a relic stolen from the temple. I beg of you to find it and return it here.
Okay.
Ortis has been tracking Red Veil disturbances. That's the best place to start.
Find Rell's object of focus, child. You are close to this sacred relic. I am certain.
Fuck Roombas.
Messages. They express Rell's suffering. He's lashing out. I should have seen the cracks for me. You are not she. You are not Margulis.
What are you saying? That Rell is a Tenno? Impossible. All Tenno are known to me. I protect them, as she did.
Oh, but not Rell. Margulis cast him out. For he was different.
He's a fucking Orcan?
Our foremothers took him in and studied his teachings. We became the veil, the shroud of his blessed existence.
Cast out. I don't believe you.
Rat, tap, tap. The man in the wall.
Huh? Whoa. Isn't it down here? Yeah. Oh!
The Donda, his mother gave him this. Holy Rell was not like other children. Sound, color, touch, it overwhelmed him. The Donda's hum let him focus.
Oh, God.
No. Mine. Rat, tap, tap. Rat, tap, tap.
Oh, fuck!
Rell, what evil is this? Sacred child, forgive me. I should have known the weight of the void would one day crush the light from me.
Man, creepy strings are so cool. It's like a thing you only hear in horror music, and it's just so interesting.
I have served Rell my whole life, studying Rell's teachings of the void, the dire consequence of traveling by and through it. Now I see that it is true. He alone, in his harrowing sacrifice, has guarded us. What a price he has paid. Righteous Rell, outcast of sacred void, hear my voice. Speak. You have been driven from the vessel by your suffering. You have swallowed the poison stars so we would not. Holy Rell, speak. The Tenno who rejected you have come to your aid. He's here. The Donda. It's working. Giving him humanity. We are listening, Rell. Speak.
Shy?
No, try again.
It's a minigame?
Very good.
Oh, wow, okay.
And this one? Good, Rell. And how about this one?
Mama.
Yes, Rell.
Mama!
Go ahead, Rell.
We're in a ship.
Yes?
Impossible speed. Beyond the Brankel gap constant.
I think so. You're better with that stuff, but it's amazing, isn't it?
So why don't they fix me?
Rell, you know why. Close. Rell, why?
Because I'm not broken.
That's right. Different. So I love you even more.
Happy.
Yes, Rell. You make me so happy.
This memory, his humanity still remains, buried in these emotions he so often failed to grasp. Could they be the key to saving him from this?
It's part of an autism test?
Tenno, I have a theory. Return to your orbiter and I'll explain.
What do you mean get Clem? Who's Clem?
My fault. Touching is too much noise. It makes me
Oh, Jesus fuck!
angry.
action manifest from the game Rell played as a child.
See if you can stabilize it with a kinetic siphon.
Jesus, I fucking hate this right now. Ooh.
Angry. Someone takes the thing
Dear
you
God,
love.
that is so uncomfortable.
I'm detecting other manifestations. Defend yourself and
Happy. Mama has a stretchy smile.
try and weaken it.
Bored. Waiting too much. There's nothing fun to look at.
Really? I got scared because the music makes me uncomfortable and because it feels like something's breathing down my neck. That's why. Like, the way that we're slapping the strings there, it's actually really, really good string writing. Lots of swells and push and pull. Fucking! Like, listen to the way that it's essentially prepared music. Do you know what prepared music is, chat? Fuck!
He's listening, but I'm so... Help me.
Ah! God, fuck!
They are here. The transference pieces. Track down these manifestations and capture them.
Get the fuck in that thing, you fucking bitch!
Excited. All the spider eggs are starting to hatch.
What does that mean? I will say it's pretty cool to see them sort of do this and push in this direction, though. It's nice is not the word I'd like to use right now. Well, I hope there's a happy ending. That's all I have to say about that. Like, I hope that we can bring Rell back from wherever Rell is. Man, I'm a fucking Warframe pro now. Did you see that? I just saved my ass. It's actually getting faster as I get closer. You hear this? It's actually getting faster. That was cool. I like the story bits
Without
quite a
the
bit.
long dream.
Right.
In a way, he didn't. He knew his mortality would undo his purpose, so he gave up his humanity forever. He committed his soul to the undying vessel.
What's the undying
That's
vessel?
Warframe.
Oh! Oh!
Yes, he commanded we chain it within the depths of the sacred temple, an eternal vigil against the indifference.
What's the
And
indifference?
you believed him. You helped him do it.
Yes, after everything you've seen, wouldn't you?
Man, that's fucked up.
Our temple, our home, his tomb. Come, meet our guiding light. You may enter here, but only as your true sacred form. Holy Rell, you have sacrificed enough. Pass on your burden and rest. Tenno, destroy the chains. Only your sacred power will damage them. No. Something's wrong. That's not Rell. That's...
Let's have a little quiet. It's my turn to ask the questions.
Well, love, I told you. You can't pet her that hard. Be gentle or she'll bite. Are you okay, Rell?
I won't let you take me from me.
What have you done to Rell?
China! China! Ah! China! China! Say China. China!
To save him from this, destroy the chains!
The fuck? Oh.
How dare you laugh at him? You should be ashamed of yourselves. Don't look away. Look at him. He's not invisible.
Rat, tap, tap. You'll let me in, little piggy.
Huh?
Mama's not herself, Rell. I don't think...
Who's Kay?
I think you should wait with the other kids until they fix the ship. I love you, but you have to go. Go!
But the in kids don't care about the invisible outs. If you were alone in that drift, you'd need a friend. Even like me.
By sacred shadow and righteous blood, blessed Rell! Your aged vessel is dust and your chains are broken! Be free!
But the man in the wall, who will...
They will have to. All of them.
Have to
They
what?
owe you this. We all do.
Have to what?
Yeah, I feel...
Go on, Rell. Which one?
This one, Mama. I feel... tired.
Good, Rell. You're learning. Well, why don't you have a little rest then?
Okay. Okay, Mama.
Hey, Kiddo.
Oh, fuck!
Hey, Kiddo. Hey, Kiddo.
What? Who?
Operator, were you visualizing a bloody battle?
Me too.
I like that quest. It's really... Again, the humanity in this game is absurd.
Do something. Get me out of here.
You know I can't.
Can't or won't.
Ball ass. I love this deformed version of "This Is What You Are." So I wonder if that sound is actually Margulis. That hymn is like Margulis' like bedtime, like singing a song to us at sleep. Wait, I'm still thinking about Rell though. A Tenno that like sort of just like lost their way, right? Like, but why wasn't Rell put in eternal slumber, waiting for for the long dream? So it's clear that void exposure. God, I swear it starts to sound like Warhammer 40k. But how come Rell was left behind? Because he was different? These are the questions I'm thinking about.
Honored Seven, we have gathered here today to carry out the sentencing of our comedian Margulis. You face the Jade Light. Recant, and we will grant a merciful death.
My daughters, my sons, I want you to know my last thoughts are of you.
Sounds like Lotus, but Lotus is not Margulis. Oh!
How long have we waited for this moment?
Forgive me.
Oh! Who the fuck is that?
For what? I am not who you think I am.
But of course you are. Imprisoned, just as she was. not abandon you again, Margulis.
Wait, why would the Lotus go with Ballas? What? Same hair as Margulis. Some long ass arms too. Fucking. That's such a nice little gesture there musically to signify the end of the Lotus.
Howl all you want. It won't bring him back. But you cannot defy your creator. Even I make mistakes, like you.
Who the fuck is Ballas? Or Ballas?
Operator, are you alright? Your delta wave spiked for a moment. Ever since she
Abandoned you.
was taken, Otis knows just what you need. A comforting memory from my data store.
I have a fucking robot that does this shit for me.
Uncertain if any Tenno has linked with this design. The transference bolt seems different, but we cannot build this without more data.
What about Luha? You said there were traces on the weapon.
There's just so much going on below the surface, like especially because when you think about like the fact that the Orc can use the Tenno as weapons essentially, so like, you know, they sort of owned them, but like, oh, mimics. That's so funny.
Sorry, I can't be more specific.
So it's like, no wonder Ballas would just destroy Umbra like that, because Umbra is a tool, and Umbra went out of turn.
It is with the greatest of risk that I commit this recording. The codices within reveal the hidden weakness of your most feared enemy. My creations, my frames of war.
Ballas made the Warframes. Okay.
Otis, you need to learn how to stand up for yourself. To say no and mean it, even if it is the operator turn.
Build Umbra.
I have been upgraded, Starchild. Your Warframe blueprint now has the required data. Check Foundry.
What? Imagine if it said 11 hours. Oh, yes. Oh, no. What the fuck? Oh, God! Who's that? Oh, shit!
Good Good morning, old friend. I'm afraid the disease has taken your voice, but we've prepared the finest serums to treat you.
Oh, it's an actual person. It's an actual...
Shall we pass the time with a game of Comey?
It's not a...
Like old times.
There's no transference. It's a...
You remember this game, don't you? Think you'll move and the board senses. Oh, this. I've had them fit you with a transference bolt in honor of our history together.
Is this past or present?
And look who hasn't left your side since you took ill.
It's gotta be past.
Look at him, old man. Look at your son.
Can he hear me? Father? It's me, Isa. Do you remember me?
Of course he remembers you, young Dax.
Which will make this reunion all the more tragic when you watch him die.
Ortis! What happened?
The Warframe I warned you not to build, that you built anyway, caused a massive transference overload and damaged my presets. It has escaped out into the system. Warframes are transference proxies for the Star Child. They do not have memories.
Well, this one does. Might be why it's unstable. Ortis, let me look at the Vitruvian.
It's crazy. You really felt like a sense of rage there, right? A sense of rage, a sense of anger, a sense of frustration, a sense of desperation. And what's even crazier to me is that all these stories, essentially, we're learning about new frames as we go. And it's really interesting how deep this well of like life beyond our own frame and our own perspective of what we perceived the game Warframe as. We're actually seeing a fully functional, fleshed out world with multiple different lives hanging in the balance, living at the same time as we are, while we are also uncovering our truth. And that's very, very, very cool.
What led us here? You did, you vile blasphemies. Machines thinking, breeding. You were to bear us a new, promised land. But when you arrived at that distant world, you knew that in time, we would bring ruin to it as well, as we had to Earth. And so it was, we came to war.
So the Orokin and the Warframes went to war against each other? The Tenno?
Ortis, we need to track that Umbra Warframe.
Done, Star Child.
I take another. You served with distinction, old Dax. We commissioned a portrait in your honor, there, on the wall.
Oh, it's getting more and more...
The sentient battle at Hull. I can't imagine. You were awarded the Lua Cross for valor.
Will you follow in your father's path?
Of course.
He will, and his children will. You see, these are the stakes of this little game. Each stone I capture will be another, and another, and another, culled from your subversive bloodline. You thought you could outplay me? I've had lifetimes to plan my defection. You spied on me, intercepted my communications. But I saw your move long before you took it. And so, we come to the consequences.
Father, you all right? Please, do something for him.
Star Child, were you successful?
I couldn't breathe.
Our hubris shone like a black star.
For our technology, our war machines, were your kin. How easily you turned them against us. We were forced to older means. Not circuits, nor light, but flesh and disease. Our horrors passed, our ravaged outer colonies became gardens. We cultured the infestation, conceiving of a hybrid, transformed, but only just. The Helminth was created, born to yield these new warriors, worthy of battle against you, the great and terrible Hunhow.
Oh, Hunhow.
We took our greatest, volunteers or not, and polluted them with these cultured reagents. They transformed. They became infested. But only just. Their skin blossomed into sword steel. Their organs interlinked with untold resilience. Yet their minds were free of the infested madness. Or so we thought. We set them upon the battlefield, biodrones under our command.
But so if we don't pop the pimple, what happens?
The Warframes, all of them failures. Surprised? They turned on us, just as you did. And so we had no choice but to commit them to grave. This is all you know, Hunhow, but there is a hidden half, a secret that lies within a place forbidden to you and your kind. I speak of the Void.
He's leading me to the truth about Ballas. Right now, it's all I have to go on.
Ballas must be tracking Umbra now. I'm detecting increased sentient presence in the area.
That should do it.
That did it! Now is your chance. Use transference.
Trouble concentrating, old friend? Look at all your Comey stones I've taken.
This one, a brother. These three, his children. And on, all of these gone to the Jade Light.
Father, do you remember your Shazin? Remember how you'd sing to us? Smiles from Juran?
How thoughtful to remind him of his better days. Come now, your move. Only a few stones left. Isa, looks like your father still has his sharp wit.
My father understands the game better than anyone.
Yet you couldn't understand why I give my secrets to our enemy. How could I betray my own kind? But you have never had to sacrifice your love for faith. Imagine, to live forever with only one memory. Seeing the one you love die. But you won't have to imagine. A lovingly cultured infestation swarms within your blood. Your transformation has begun, reshaping you into a sacred surrogate of the unholy Tenno. A Warframe with but a single, burning memory. It is a miracle.
But all miracles require sacrifice.
He's gonna kill him.
Who's going to what?
Ballas. He's going to kill his son.
Before the vain faith, our people held dualism as truth. That all things were of two parts, mind and body, consciousness and matter, of our world and the void. It was from there that our answer finally came.
Dualism.
Distorted by vague horrors, we kept the Zariman survivors within a secret reservoir. They were the missing half. Transference linked.
10 hours in.
The Warframe's the body. and they the mine. I give you now the coordinates and codes to this place. But do not underestimate these devils somehow. They did what we could not. We had created monsters we could...
I know what I have to do.
Wow.
Operator?
I don't need to hear it. I lived it. Prepare the landing craft, Ortis. I'm going in. Myself.
Oh.
You have relived this moment countless times. But our minds are linked now. We'll face this together. This poison he's given you, it has taken your will away. You are a victim as much as your son.
Sorry, Isa. The time has come.
We are together.
I am honored to be your son.
Ballas did this. Not you.
Don't worry, old friend. I'm not going to kill your boy. You are.
Father? Father!
It's me, Rell.
Do you remember your shotgun? This game, I'll never forget the time I finally beat him. Father, you alright?
We had created monsters we couldn't control. We drugged them, tortured them, eviscerated them. We brutalized their minds, but it did not work. Until they came. And it was not their force of will, not their void devilry, not their alien darkness. It was something else. It was that somehow, from within the derelict horror, they had learned a way to see inside an ugly, broken thing. And to take away its pain.
We accept this memory and move beyond its reach.
Operator, you did it! Your transference signal is clean, synchronized with that Warframe.
Mark a path to extraction. We've got one last mission before this is done.
marking, but I'm detecting a mass of sentient forces converging on your location. Quickly, you may be able to escape.
No. Let them come.
The music, the way that it moves and the way that it propels us forward there, it is this mix of rage, vengefulness, acceptance, and it fits all of the three options that we pick when we have that moment. It's really fascinating how we have this real intensity of power, right? And at the same time, we sort of forgive ourselves and forgive, like, the terrible thing that we did and the monster that we sort of became. And that music really, there's a coming together and a combining with, like, the soul in that music. It's just really, really incredible. It's crazy, you know. When my dad died, I was in the room. It was crazy because we found out that he was on his way out, and actually literally like in 4 days. 4 days was 2 years. And something really interesting happened. Hospice came, they told us, and then as they left with the news that he was going to pass that weekend, two family friends came over. And so I just was sitting in this room with them, and I was looking at him for about 2 hours. I didn't look at anybody. I was just silently crying to myself. And he was there and frail and weak and stuff, and much like, you know, what it looked, kind of not dissimilarly what it looked like here, obviously slightly different. And when they left, it was like this incredible release, and it all just came pouring out. And I remember talking to him in Italian because I knew that I wouldn't be able to ever again. And I was just, you know, I was saying, "Sei un grande, Papa. You're such a big, you know, grande. It's like you're a beautiful, huge person." And I, you know, it's funny. I said, the first thing I said was, "I'm so sorry if I was ever an asshole to you." I said, "I'm sorry I didn't take up gardening." I said, "I'm sorry if I ever was, you know, kind of a pain." And I remember I was just bawling, just crying and crying and crying. And I just was like, I was so lucky. I said, "I'm so grateful that you're my dad. And I'm so grateful that you," kind of like Isa there actually said, Isa said the same thing. You know, it was an honor and everything. And it's crazy. It's a funny thing too, because, and I'm sorry if this is too much, but it's reality, unfortunately. I was showing him pictures of us together, and he actually waved me off. But the night he died, I slept an hour, and he seemed like he was calming down because he was a little stressed, and you could tell he was just uncomfortable. He died the night the hospice came. And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, Dad, it seems like you're doing better. Is it okay if I go upstairs?" And with his head and with his arms, and he couldn't really speak at that point, he did this. He didn't, no. And then an hour later, he passed. And I remembered the funny thing about this particular scene with Umbra attacking his son. What was weird is that was actually my biggest fear. I was afraid that like in my dreams, like I was actually scared to go to bed that night. Anyway, that's a little intense. I don't know. This quest obviously.
I tried to release you from your torment, but it seems those devils rebuilt you.
What have you done with her? Ballas, where is the Lotus?
Has the wolf become a dog? Is this Umbra or some Tenno?
Both.
Then both will burn.
Oh shit.
Stop. You think you can defy me? Not even your Tenno devil can. I created you.
cycle is broken.
How I know what she sees in you.
Where is she? Where is the Lotus?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I am here, Tenno.
Oh wait, oh yes?
What?
No.
What have they done to you?
Nothing. This is what I am.
Oh my god.
Drifting, gaunt beyond the bleak star. Mother, I am coming home.
Holy fuck.
I am not who you think I am.
But of course you are. Imprisoned, just as she was.
So Balas tried to make the Lotus, because she decided to make herself in Margulis' image. Where the fuck was he though that entire time? He just kind of showed up one day and was like, "Hello, you're Margulis. I'm upset." Slain.
My beauty, my grace, my humanity. Hello? No.
Is that Sun? Nay.
Only suffering under her eye.
Yikes.
Nothing. So. But she gave me the gift of life. Why would I betray her? What is this? I'm just confused. Fool. This is no gift. She stole my death. My perfect death. Such is her power over me, over the devil. We saw what we wanted, those devils and I. A lover, a mother. But now I know she is neither. She's a hawk calling with sparrow's song. A viper blending into wood. And her venom spreads not into flesh, but into your heart. Those devils, what has their great awakening accomplished but the destruction of potential allies? Don't they see?
He's speaking about all Tenno, plurally.
Love must die, as Margulis did when I sent her to the Jade Light. and the Lotus. Just some cloud in the sky. Just some shape they imagined. Only the sentient is real. Only Natar.
What?
So, tell me, devil, do you understand what must be done? The Paracesis, the sentient slayer. Hurry, take this, the idea of it.
Oh, he saw us the whole time.
It is the only way your war can end.
Oh, Balas. What? Oh, she stole me of my death. Oh, he's in like a purgatory. That cut's so deep, and again, I thank you for allowing me, for those of you that stayed around and were okay with just being a little uncomfortable. You know, it's interesting the parallels there between grief, life, death, and everything that, you know, I've happened to experience, and, you know, hopefully you haven't experienced, but, you know, if you have experienced loss and grief, you sort of understand. I found that to be incredibly accurate to like the experience of grief and the experience of loss. You know, and I found that it's interesting too, like just as a note, like how Umbra's darkness, I think, represents what we can perceive of as the darkness of grief. And it's just very crazy. And Smiles from Juran, for me personally, and you will probably have a different experience, but for me personally, like while I felt that it was beautiful in context, again, Warframe has done this amazing thing that I think is really unique in that there are two contexts in my mind, and there's one portion of it that is like what I've experienced, knowing loss and knowing death, and then there's the game context. And sometimes when I'm playing video games, like people say, oh, well, in-game context is much better. And sometimes it is. And other times when I'm playing, I actually feel that my personal context is better. Like I feel more like Outer Wilds is a prime example of that. Like 13.5 billion years is a much more meaningful song to me than what I played in-game and like how I experienced that song in-game. Or Timber Hearth, like the opening main menu theme for Outer Wilds as well. But in this game, I am having this incredible experience where the sadness that I felt while listening to Smiles from Juran, regardless of context, was equally as powerful as the experience in game. So I'm actually living two separate experiences with this game, which is why I'm so excited about it, because it's like kind of miraculous, which may seem overblown, but like I genuinely mean it. Like the experience of playing this game is so profound and so deep and so philosophical. And I think that's another reason why I really, really like this game, is that this game is absolutely fantastically deep. And so often the media that we consume and the media that we like get hyped over is very shallow. And I'm not talking about like gameplay or grinding, or like, you know, the difference between, you know, the meme is like Ubisoft versus Rockstar, you know, like that kind of shit. I'm talking about like the actual like physical story that we are experiencing here is not just like your typical bullshitty sci-fi. Like it's like incredibly like rooted in real life experiences. Like Rell is a prime example. The Rell story beats today were fascinating because they start out as this horror element, but in actuality that horror is like a true human horror that we experience and feel. The experience of being an outcast, the experience of being left out, the experience of not knowing how to parse through emotion. Now I understand that the connection there has to do with autism and you know, the emotions test and thing, and I can't speak to that. but I find it really interesting. It's very profound. And then you move into the next quest, the sacrifice, which is actually kind of the same. There's like a similar emotional timbre to that, where you also experience grief in its own way. Often will make you feel like an outsider as well. And I think all of this, and I think what makes sci-fi so good when it's good, is that ultimately, while we're dealing with technology and dealing with advancements, whatever, ultimately does come down to that human discussion. Video games are at their best when music and story really pull you actually out of the gaming experience and connect you to your humanity. And I think that's what makes Warframe so indelibly special. I can't say more than that. I mean, obviously this is a music channel, but my lived human experience with this was amazing. You know, and the music aids all that, and I think that Smiles from Juran, it just hits. It hits in such a real special way. Okay, everybody, see you. Bye.